Hey Facebook world, it's Mel. We're going to be talking about an attitude of gratitude and how it can change your world. Make sure you say hello when you jump on so I know you're there. If you're watching the replay, drop replay below. And if you've got any questions, let me know. Now, I'm using a filter. Look how orange I am. Looking a little bit Oompa Loompa-ish, but you know, I'm going to take that tonight because I need a bit of sprucing up tonight, I think. So make sure you let me know when you are on and if you've got any questions. And, of course, if you're watching the replay. So an attitude of gratitude. So I've had a very challenging week. I'll be honest, a very challenging week. And something that I will always come back to is gratitude. Sometimes it is really, really hard when you are having a very challenging week or things are a little bit harder to show gratitude, but I promise you that once you sort of get into the habit of doing this, your world will really, really change. So what does it mean to show gratitude? So it's about trying to always look, you can't always be happy, you can't always be positive, you can't always, you can't always be up. Like that's reality. But by understanding in those moments when you're not feeling great, when you're feeling a little bit cheated or a little bit hard done by, hey, Christy, how are you, beautiful? A little bit hard done by or just struggling a little bit, it is really, really good to come back to your gratitude. And as most of you know, look, some of you may not know, you may be following me on the social media journey that I coach, but I also coach for manifestation and, changing your world through creating thoughts. So creating, creating existence in your world through your thoughts, basically. And hey, Chelsea, how are you? How are you? Penny, I just got a message from you, Penny. I'll answer that in a sec, lovely lady. I won't be too far away and we'll be jumping on our Zoom. I've got to get on a Zoom after this with a client. We're going to be creating a lead magnet, which is pretty cool. Anyway, back to your gratitude. It does bring you back into reality. It really does. It's relative as well. I'm not saying that you cannot complain about things or that you cannot say that you've had a hard day or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. You do need to honor your feelings when you're having a bad day. You do need to, sit with that and feel it because that's okay as well. It's okay to have a good day. It's okay to have a bad day. When we have a bad day, I want you to remember as well, and this helps with the gratitude too, that when we're thinking about our feelings there, and we don't question love, joy, gratitude, happiness, or anything like that. But the moment we have a bad day and we're feeling really down or hard done by, or angry or, dissatisfied, whatever it is, it's really easy to get stuck in the moment of that emotion. But if you just look at that emotion as happiness, joy, gratitude, we don't question that, but we question when we feel down, don't we? And that makes us worse. We need to be grateful for the moment. As hard as it is to go through those things, you need to get out of your head, get into your body, honor the feeling, and it's okay to have a shit day. It's okay. What's not okay is to use that crap day and to become stagnant. It's not okay. Hey, Lisa, how are you, beautiful? Do you like my filter? A little bit of a tan there, hey? Ooh. A little bit too much of a tan, a little bit Oompa Loompa-y. Not too good. I don't know if I'll be using this filter again, but anyway. So the whole point that I'm getting to is that we need to honor our feelings. We need to be okay with not having a good day. But as I said, what's not okay is getting up the next day and letting that shit continue. That's not okay. It's not. We're always going to have, travesty or adversity in our lives. And the thing is, none of us know what anyone is going through. We really don't. And it's not to say, well, that situation is worse than this. It's all relative to that person. And there's nothing wrong with that. But be grateful for the bad as well as the good. Because when you're grateful for the bad as well as the good, everything changes. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, look, I do have makeup on, as you can see. Like, that's all my own makeup, but clearly my skin isn't as dark or smooth as this. So my teeth aren't as probably white, but I'm liking the fit. Well, I don't know. It is a little bit orange, but I'm liking it for coming into winter, like we've got to have a little bit of brightness, don't we? So honor the good with the bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't question it. We don't question joy, happiness, and love and try and work out why we feel like that. But we always question the bad, okay? That's external. We don't want to look external. We want to be grateful for what we have. External, these things happen to us. It's how we take it. And I always say, there's a couple of analogies that I use, and one is the same water that will soften the potato will harden the egg. So it's like, what are you going to do with that water? You've got two choices. The other thing that I like to say as well is one person's going to say in life that because A, B, and C happened to me, I can't do this. The other person's going to say, I can do this because A, B, and C happened to me. Okay? Hey, Charlene, how are you? It's not going to be easy. But be grateful for the downtime as well as the good. And that is when your life is going to change. That is when your life is going to change. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. 100%. Lisa's saying the bad tends to give us the best lessons. 100%, Lisa. And the thing is, quite often we don't see that is a lesson at the time until afterwards, as Lisa's saying. We can take that bad lesson, we can grab it by the balls, lift it up and power ourselves forward. We can do that. Because as I said, the same water that softens the potato is going to harden the egg. So it's a choice. It really is. That's not to say it's okay what's happened to you or, what you're going through. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're dealt a shitty hand, you can't do anything about it. You've been given that hand. You cannot change that. So be grateful for what you've been given. Use it to get you forward. As I said, it's okay to have a bad day. What's not okay is let that mofo linger for the next week. It's not okay to do that. And I don't mean for anyone else around you. I mean for you. Don't put yourself through that. Don't be a prisoner in your own mind. Get out of your head, get into your body and be grateful for what you have. Slowly but surely, what you'll notice, thank you for the love there, slowly but surely what you'll notice is that things become easier to cope with, okay? And I'm not talking, obviously there's some serious medical conditions out there with mental illness. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the average person day to day. We've got a fucking choice whether we're going to use that to power up and use it as a lesson or we're going to become a victim. And I know that is a hard pill to swallow. I know it is. People don't like to hear that. I get it. But you need to hear it. If you're someone who is living like that, you're only damaging yourself. You're not damaging or punishing the other person. They don't care. Whatever happened to you, they don't care. Unfortunately, you got to choose your own path. You got to make that decision, that tough decision, swallow it down and empower yourself. So someone really good to watch is Elizabeth Smart. If you remember her in America, she was kidnapped, I think it was like some, I don't know, nutcases. I think they were like from a sect or something. I'm not too sure. And they kept her captive. I can't remember how long, but it was a fair while. I don't know, was it like 8 months or something like that? I could have that wrong. Sexually abused her in every other way and kept her captive. She got away. Now she talks. Around, well, not around the world at the moment because of COVID, but she did. She would go around and she would talk, and she's done TED Talks on this. You can Google it, TED Talks, TED Talks, if you haven't seen TED Talks. They're amazing, and Elizabeth Smart talks on this, and she talks about the resilience that she gained and how her mother said to her after this happened, she came back, she said, okay, Elizabeth, you've got two choices now. You go down this path or this path. And sometimes, as I said, that's freaking hard to deal with sometimes for people to say that. But you can fight that all you want. You can fight it all you want. You're not going to feel better. That's a reality. So be grateful for the opportunities. It's a shit opportunity. You've been dealt a shit hand, but you know what? grateful that that's going to get you forward. So every time you're slipping and you get into that momentum of negativity, you've got to remember this. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I've got my client. I'm going to go help her with a lead magnet now for her business. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And I'll chat to you guys soon. See you guys. Bye.